To talk to One Nation leader, Senator Pauline Hanson. Pauline, good morning.
Good morning, Stephen.
You've announced your tax policy in the lead up to the next election. Tell us about that.
Yes, I have. It's about, this one's for families, and families with at least one dependent child will be able to income split. So it means that a person who's on $120,000, if they split with their partner, they stay home, they don't go to work, they rear the kids, they'll actually save up to $10,000 a year. It'll save on childcare centres where some parents pay out $150 per day per child in childcare. We actually have a reduction in the number of families that are having, children. And on the figures too, the stats that 40% of women are not having children at all. So, we're bringing more migrants because of population decrease, but also I'd like to help families. They're struggling, they can't pay their mortgages. A lot of parents would like to stay home. One parent would like to stay home with the children, rear them. This gives them the opportunity. So that's a policy we release and we'll be fighting for it.
What sort of pressure does this put on the economy? Because obviously whenever, if people are saving $10,000 a year, that money's got to come from elsewhere. What sort of black hole's probably not the right word, but you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Steve, at the moment, the figures that we have is if all families took it up, it would be $18 billion. But 40% of women don't have children. You bring it down to $10 billion. Not all families would take it up because that's on couples who don't have children, so it would even come down lower than that.
Yep.
So the figures aren't out there. But the impact it's having, the government pays over $11 billion a year in childcare as well. So there's a lot of people who actually go to work just to pick up those few extra dollars to pay the mortgage, put food on the table, pay the rent to help the other partner working. That would alleviate that pressure. It'll take off pressure on our roads, infrastructure. It will actually, help families because there's a lot of family stress due to pressures of mortgage pressures and financial pressures. So it's also helping the families stay together. We've got too many kids out there, latched-door kids, who actually would dearly love to see a parent home. I believe that some parents would dearly love to be home with their children, rearing the kids, and possibly even have more children, which would mean an impact on the number of migrants we bring into the country. So why don't we help families, to stay home?
I think, it's an infinitely sensible position. I reckon we've got another 3 weeks to go before the Prime Minister calls an election. Are you ready to go?
Yes, we will be ready to go. I think he'll call it after WA state elections. Labor will hold on in WA. It will see positive to them. Then he'll call it after that. He won't want to go to another budget or another estimates, and that's when I think he'll call it. So it'll be estimated about early April for the election before the budget and Anzac Day and everything else that goes along with it. So anyway, yes, we will be prepared for it, and I hope people do consider giving One Nation their vote. If you give us your number one, at least you can put your other major political parties number two, but we're the ones fighting for the Australian families and people and tax cuts and everything out there, which we can do it.
Good on you, Pauline. We'll catch up again next week.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Bye.
Senator Pauline Hanson, leader of the One Nation Party.